Courtney's disability is a brain disorder that's called microcephaly, which means to have a small brain, and she's had that since birth. And her disability just gives her different learning, different kind of learning gaps and learning disabilities in school and socially with other kids. So physically she's fine. Mostly it's just kind of get her to fit into kind of society and learn social norms. Well, she loves to horseback ride, as you can see at the Shea Center. That's probably her favorite. She also loves dancing. She was a cheerleader last year for the junior high cheer squad at her school, and she loves Taylor Swift, and she loves drawing things too. The hardest thing probably is that physically she looks completely fine until people start talking with her, and then you kind of start noticing that maybe she has a little bit of a disability. So the hardest thing is for people to accept her for who she is and not judge her right away. And so we're always trying to create a safe environment for her, especially other teenage girls who are very mean. It's almost easier if you have a physical disability because then they accept you. But if you just have a mental disability, it's harder to be accepted by your peers. The Shea Center has been huge. I think that the Shea Center was the first time that she was able to feel confident in herself, because before that she was doing AYSO soccer and she was kind of in a group thing, and then she was doing like a dance, tap, and ballet, and it became very clear that she didn't like group activities, and she didn't like the pressure of people telling her to get the ball and go get it and then get mad at her when she didn't do it. And so horseback riding is an individual sport. So she was able to just feel good about herself and that she could do it, and they would teach her at her own pace, and she got her self-confidence back up, and she just felt good every time she comes here. And I think she had said that. She said, I feel excited and calm, because she's excited to come, but she feels calm when she gets on the horse, because she has a lot of anxiety. So the Shea Center's been huge.
What would you like kids to know about other kids with disabilities?
Basically, they're exactly the same as you. You know, they want to be treated the same. They don't want, any special treatment. They want to be included. They don't want to be excluded from activities. So if you see someone with a disability, go up to them, introduce yourself, treat them just like you would anybody else. They're not different. They're a typical kid, so they want to be treated just like a typical kid. Go up, if you're meeting them, ask them kind of a little bit about themselves and get to know them as a person. They're just like, kind of like I said with the last question, they're just like you and me. They want to meet people, and most of them are very friendly. If you see someone that's acting a little bit differently than you would expect, it could be a behavior issue. So don't sit and stare at them. Just kind of treat them. Think of the golden rule. Treat them the way that you would want them to treat you if you were in that similar situation. Treat them like anybody else. Go up, introduce yourself, and be aware of how they're acting. If there's somebody there that knows them a little bit better, don't be afraid to ask questions. A lot of people and family members of people with disabilities are very open to answering questions. I come from having a little sister with a disability. I would much prefer someone to come up and ask me questions about her and why, what's going on, why she does the things that she does, as opposed to someone just sitting there and staring. So get educated, ask questions. Each disability and each child, for that matter, is a completely different person, just like anybody else. So if you have someone that you're going to continue to encounter on a daily basis, just get to know them, get to know their triggers, and understand that just because the behavior that they have may be something to do with the disability, it may not be that it's rude or inappropriate. It might just be that's how they act. It's nothing to do with how they were raised. It's part of the disability. So getting to know that will help you so that you understand why they act the way that they act. And a lot of research shows that animals can help to evoke a positive response in people. When we use it from a therapeutic aspect, a lot of times the animal can help to develop a rapport with the therapist. So provided that the person isn't scared of the animal, because some people have fear of pets, bringing an animal into the situation, the child is going to be more likely to open up to the animal, and then if you're the one that's handling the animal, they'll be more likely to open up to you. In regards to hippotherapy, the horse's movement actually is the closest mimicking of the human gait. So when you are sitting on a horse, your pelvis, so your hips, are responding the exact same way that your hips would respond if you were actually walking across the ground. So for someone who, spends a lot of their time in a wheelchair, we'll put them on a horse, and their pelvis can feel what it would feel like to be walking. So if they are learning how to walk, it kind of carries over. And if they're not learning how to walk, it's might be how they used to feel, and just kind of getting their muscle memory for that.
How do you want other kids to treat you?
Like, I want to have them treat me by, like, being nice and caring and just loving and stuff. So, like, helpful, encouraging, like, nice things.
And what are your favorite things to do?
Well, I like to ride horses and just do different, like, trotting and just feeding horses and just doing different activities on horse.
What is the hardest thing for you?
Not being able to get my horse like going because something's very stubborn.
And what do you like most about the Shea Center?
I like how they have like different horses so they can like help, because different horses have different abilities to help people, and just riding different horses, because it always feels good to ride different horses that you feel comfortable on and be able to ride.
And how has the Shea Center impacted your life?
Well, it impacted my life by teaching me, like, because it's like they've been teaching me like different riding skills and different areas and how to ride your horse and different basic stuff, so I can get better.